Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Cha cha cha. Cha cha cha. In today's episode, we're doing stir-fried chicken gizzard. Yay! Stir-fried chicken gizzard. Let's talk about it a little bit. It's drinking food, really spicy, Korean, totally awesome late nights when you're done with the bar. Go around, everybody sits around a communal table and has spicy chicken gizzard. Bora, can you tell us a little bit more about spicy chicken gizzard?
So, stir-fried chicken gizzard, also known as a dak-ttongjip-bokkeum in Korea, is Korea's very, very popular Anju. You know what's Anju? Drinking dish. So, after a long day at work, you would go to this place, 포장마차, which is like a street tent bar in Korea, and then you go with your coworkers and friends, and hopefully not your boss. And then you will just have a soju and beer with, you know what? Stir-fried chicken gizzard. Anyways, so gizzards are the stomach of the birds. Since it is such a high protein and then low calorie ingredients, chicken gizzard is also known as a good diet food. Back to Trey.
Now that Bora gave us a brief introduction of what spicy chicken gizzard is, let's go over the ingredients. You need chicken gizzard, you need peppers, a red one and a Serrano pepper. I think this is a Fresno pepper. Flour, you're gonna need rice noodle cake. You're gonna need about 20 cloves of garlic, whole garlic, not minced. Mirin, salt. You're going to need sesame seed oil. As I forget again, soy sauce, olive oil, onion, and bell pepper. This is a very easy recipe. This recipe should take you about 20 minutes tops. Prep time, 10 minutes. Very easy one, you'll enjoy it. I know it sounds kind of weird because of gizzards, but I promise you, at the end you'll love it and you'll send me all kinds of likes. Let's start off. All right, we're gonna start off by scrubbing the chicken gizzards. You're gonna pour a little bit of flour in here, and then you're going to go scrub, 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 scrub. A little bit about this dish. I had this dish the first time in Orange County. Our friends actually took us to this pretty sweet ass restaurant in Orange County, and where Bora absolutely loves it now. Don't remember the name of the restaurant itself, but that's the very first time I had this, and it was introduced to me by them. And they're not the type of people that you actually would imagine go to this type of restaurant. All right, now that we floured it out, we're gonna go ahead and rinse it off. You're gonna rinse it really good off. Make sure you get off all the flour, all the bad impurity elements in it. Now that we have all these bad boys nice and clean, like we're gonna cut it up a little bit, get off all the unwanted parts, but these are pretty clean. We get them from the butcher pretty clean, and we're gonna cut into bite-sized pieces. This is a tedious process, but it's definitely worth it because you don't wanna like this huge gaping piece of gizzard in your mouth when there's so many other fun elements to the dish. All right, once we're done prepping the gizzards, we're going to go ahead and get a little shallow pot out there, add some water. We're gonna make this come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're gonna drop the chicken gizzard in there for about 2 minutes. The water's boiling. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drop our gizzards inside for about 2 minutes, let it cook through, drop, 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 drop. And that's hot. After it's done to boil, we'll go ahead and finish the rest. Through the magic of camera and action and my Harry Potter wand, we're done. All right, so now we're gonna take the actual gizzards and we're going to marinate them in Mirin. Nice, 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 nice. And we're gonna set it off to the side. And we're gonna prep the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna do half an onion. Knife, knife, knife. Don't know where it's at. Here it goes. Prepping a half onion. Gonna rough cut it, let it. Gonna prep bell pepper. We're gonna use half a bell pepper. Half a bell pepper, done. For the next part, we're going to go ahead, we're gonna prep our peppers. Now when it comes to peppers, I'm a little bit of a weenie. I need to use gloves. OJ gloves. Now that I have my gloves all nice and awesome like, we're going to prep our pepper. Fresno, you don't need more than this. I mean, with all the ingredients, it's pretty much your preference. There's no exact measurements to anything. It totally depends if you want less or more onion, bell pepper, more gizzard. It's completely up to you. If you want more spice, add more peppers. If you don't, add less pepper. Like I said, the red one is purely just for an aesthetic reason, but you can add more, use less. You don't have to use this if you don't want it spicy. And that's it for prepping. Now that our pan is nice, heated, smoking, coming off it right now, we're gonna add our ingredients. We're gonna first want to add the 20 cloves of garlic. Like I said, you don't have to do 20 cloves. It's just that we really like garlic, but you need to make sure they're whole. Put them in there. Put them all nice, crispy like. Look at that, it's already started. Turn down your temp, don't want to burn them. Onions, and we're gonna add our bell pepper. Hopefully you do a better job of cutting your onion than I did. The next we're gonna go ahead and add our gizzards, and that soaked in a nice Mirin. You see everything starting to soft, starting to caramelize, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna throw our rice cake on there too. Rice cake is gonna soak up those juices. And I actually think the rice cake is probably my personal favorite. You wanna cook this until you start seeing a hue on the rice cake, like a caramelization hue on it, because it's gonna soak up all these nice juices. It's gonna be delish.
5 minutes later.
This is nice and charred and the freaking awesome looking hue on the cakes. We're gonna add our peppers, let that cook a little bit, get it resonate throughout it, let it char. Like I said, I don't think you need more than that, but it's completely your preference. Then we're gonna hit it with the soy. The sound of that deliciousness. We're gonna hit it with some salt. And I'm sorry if I didn't look up the camera much during this. I just wanna make sure I have it nice and precise. Just a pinch of salt, don't need more than that. Then you're gonna hit it with the sesame seed oil. Boop. Oh, if you've never had sesame seed oil and you actually smell it, it's the best thing ever. And that's basically it, we're done. So we're gonna plate this up. Bora actually bought this. It's pretty cool. You have to get it nice and hot in the oven first, then you start pouring over. Transfer it over. I guess I'm gonna talk now. Now we're done. This is basically it. I swear you'll enjoy this dish. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Good, or should I say something else? And Anju, I hope you enjoyed the chicken gizzard dish. We will over some beer.
There goes a sight from my soul.